Sometimes you just know. Hello, I'm Stephanie Thoma, and today I'm going to talk about finding your purpose, or maybe your purpose finds you. There was a very distinct moment where I knew that I was embarking upon the path that was meant for me. It's a feeling of this lightness and excitement and simultaneous ease and calm. And it's a moment that I will never forget. It was not necessarily even breathtaking. It was like an exhale, like, oh, yes, this is the right thing. This feels right. And it sits steadily in my soul. Okay, so we're going to go into that moment that I knew what I did, how I felt, and what I did next. To start with, what I did was put a bunch of feelers out. I love going to events. That's been a constant. Way before I was hosting, I was going to them, and I love interviewing people. Back in high school, I was interviewing people for the school paper, conducting my own studies, and really enjoying all facets of that process. At that point in time, this was in 2018, I had been going to events at General Assembly. They used to have a location in San Francisco, and now they have locations all around the world, and their US-based location is in New York. But anyway, back to San Francisco 2018, I attended a Women in Tech breakfast, and it was around 7 in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. But I got up, went to the thing, and was riveted by the conversation. It was a full house. There were about 200 women in the audience. And I thought to myself, ooh, I want to be a part of this. I would love to be that person up there interviewing these women doing amazing things. So I ended up asking, hey, who puts this together? I would be interested in being a part of this in some capacity. And she said, well, we are booked up for the rest of the year, but I can have you as a backup in case someone gets sick or something like that. And I believe this was February 2018. And then the day before the event, I wasn't even planning to necessarily go because it was so hard for me to get up that early in the morning. But I got a message. The message was inviting me to come up with questions and to ask them with a panel of women. It was one of those things where, logic aside, of all of the reasons why maybe, oh, I'm not ready, I have less than 24 hours notice, or I haven't really done an interview like this live before, or, who are these women? Can I really do them justice with the questions that I'll ask? And, all this chatter that could have happened. I didn't even let get in before I said yes. And it felt not necessarily like an impulse, but again, this is intuition. It's a calm knowing where I trusted myself that, oh, yeah, this is something that feels exciting and like it's a chance opportunity to go from being in the audience to facilitating a conversation, being on stage. And even though I haven't done it before, I think I can do it. This woman calling me certainly thinks I can do it. So I'm going to allow her belief in me. I'm going to match her belief in me. And I want to go ahead and show you the picture that I posted after this event. We're going to share screen. All right, welcome to my Facebook. So you'll see this is March 1st, 2018, and I'll read the caption for you. You know, when you feel like things are coming together, not in an, oh my gosh, I made it and we're all done sort of way, but that rush of energy you get from doing something that's fun and meaningful. That's how it felt prepping questions that could inspire and tangibly help others progress their dreams and speaking with these founding women last Friday morning. Looking forward to digging into more minds and sharing the gold this year at General Assembly and see. So that's me on the end, just really in awe of these speakers and really feeling in such flow. I had a little piece of paper on my lap that I referred to, but I had flexibility with jumping from one question to the next and also having an idea of, ooh, this question is really good for this person. So instead of having it be so open-ended, maybe I'll first invite one speaker to answer the question and then ask if anyone else has anything to add based on my research of that. And you can kind of get a feel for the vibe in that room. And wouldn't you know, after that, I was not only invited back to moderate the panel, but so that was in March 2018. I believe I gave my first General Assembly presentation of myself presenting, probably January of 2019. So it was about a year. It wasn't overnight that my content became something that I was presenting, but it was a gradual pull in the right direction, receiving invitations and allowing my excitement to supersede the logic that can hold us back if we have steps in our mind of, okay, we do this, then we do that, then we do that, where we're allowed to skip the line when we are aligned. We are allowed to skip the line when we are aligned. So, in short, what I did next was I made sure to get to know the speakers, connect with them on LinkedIn, and thank their head of events and let them know my excitement. And the excitement paired with a natural aptitude, that's where the gold is. Being able to find something that you enjoy. And it doesn't mean there isn't room for improvement, but there are things that come more naturally to us, and we may dismiss our ability to monetize it or make it something that is our work because it's like, that is so fun. I would do that for free. And maybe we do it for free in the beginning, particularly these sorts of experiences where it's about getting exposure. But I will say, being open to accepting payment if that's offered to you earlier rather than later. It's not linear. It doesn't have to be linear. And particularly when it comes to public speaking, I remember I was at a Q&A with Marie Forleo. I believe this was 2019 for her book launch of Everything's Figure Outable. In the Q&A, I asked her, when did you start only speaking for compensation? Because from a business standpoint, that's where I was. I was speaking a combination of, for pay, for free, depending on the opportunity. And she said, she's like, so I typically get on stages for compensation. However, when Oprah asked me to give a talk, I didn't ask her what her speaker fee was. So that just goes to show you. That's a little side tangent about monetizing your passion. Let me know if you're interested in that. I can certainly go more into that when you do draw a line in the sand, or like Marie Forleo, maybe there's always wiggle room. When it comes to knowing when you're stepping into your purpose, it's this excitement and calm and sense of flow, not to be confused with total ease where everything goes correctly or, in the right way or as expected, like with events, like with life, the show must go on. And you cannot comprehend what little things will not be in place. And you just need to be like, well, I'm in place. Let's go. Go ahead and take a look at the things that bring you excitement, where you look at people and they seem to be having fun, and maybe you dare to envision yourself in that position. What's a small step that you can take to bridge that gap? How can you enjoy every step in the process leading you there? How can you get involved in behind the scenes and in front of the scenes and holistically learn and absorb all the information that will help you have that much more empathy and skill in all areas wherever it's needed. Wishing you so many moments where you light up and you know that you are in your purpose. Until next time.